Hello everybody, John here, and today on To The Garage we're doing another Secrets of the XK8 and we're going below the speaker rear quarter panel. Hi everyone, so this is not completely a random task because I have reason to need to get below here to look at routing some wiring for my reversing camera, a separate video. But I thought we'd take you along for the ride and share some secrets in this, again, little visited area. First of all, take the little plastic cover off your seatbelt top. And then we're using a Torx T50 to remove the big bolt. There we go. That holds the seatbelt together at the top. There will be spacers behind it, so don't lose them or drop them down the back. There you go. One big spacer there. Next, I'll remove this screw from the front of the corner bolster, and then one screw here, and I've got a 10-ax fastener here that holds my toner on, which may be a little different to some. My car's very early and has a few quirks compared to the majority, and more than a few of them seem to be connected with bits of trim around hood and toner, that sort of thing. Even down to that's an 8mm spanner which works on the other side but not on this side. That one's slightly loose at 9, so I'm going to say that's not different sizes, it's a manufacturing variation, and it's actually an imperial size, but he's somewhere between the two, so there you go. And of course, if you're doing a similar exercise in a coupe or coupe version, this will look a little different. You won't have any of this pocket for the hood to fold into, and this trim panel will be a lot slimmer and probably easier to remove, if I'm honest. There we go. With those removed, just pull up. There's a little plastic clip that goes in this slot here that is supposed to stay down with the screw out, but it's chosen not to. I'm not going to rip it off there. It can stay in case I break it. These top pieces are, as you would expect, a vinyl rather than true leather. So if we look down from the top, the back edge, there is one fir tree clip just here that holds this trim panel in place. So if you get a tool and put it between this metal area and the trim, like so, and then expand it, there we go, that's released. Other than that, there is a concealed trim clip, probably about here. So as we kind of unhook this from around this boss where the screw was. As long as we pull the thing out that way, there we go, you heard the clip go. That is pretty much released at the top. You can see it comes from underneath this door seal, and it's tucked behind this plate down here. So just gotta maneuver it so you don't break that sort of finger off, like so. There we go. And then there's a little bit, but literally I couldn't film. I can show you now. There's that plastic arm that just goes through a hole. So you're getting this piece and pulling it out of a hole just there, just out of shot probably. I'll put the camera where I can't see, and hopefully you can see a little hole below that wiring loom. And with all those bits moved around, the only reason this isn't free is the seatbelt passes through it. Now, so I can release the seatbelt at the bottom if I really want to, but for the jobs I'm doing, that's not necessary. Can see though, is what looks like the centre of a speaker cone. Yep. Which theoretically will have jumped out of there, but that looks fine. So this has had new speakers. That is off an old speaker, and has just dropped down in there and nobody's bothered to pick it up. Here's a great label. Lear Corporation, who famously made the original seats for our cars. Made a lot of the other trim panels and bits and pieces originally on our cars. That's one of their labels. Look, X100 care point label. Note, it's important that any concerns are identified prior to next operation. If the part is not okay or the label is not signed, stop work on them and inform the team leader immediately. And you can see the process where it was manufactured on where it goes moulding, bracketing, vat covering, water jet. So that's cutting. Assembly A, assembly B, C, D, E, and then inspection. And AR 17.8, 17th for the 8th. And because it'd be useful to me for the wiring job I'm going to be doing, I'm going to remove the speaker. Now this is very different to the coupe. The coupe kind of has a box that the speaker is mounted in. Totally different on this. So we got two brackets here, which are Torx T30s, and two 10mm bolts, nuts here to remove the bracket that the whole thing is attached to. So I'm going to whip that speaker out to access things a bit better. But at this stage I will point out that this is the aerial for your remote to open the doors. So if you've got damage in this area of the car, maybe that's why you're having trouble with remote receiver quality. That might be why you're having problems with the range on your little key fob remotes. There you are. So I've got a 4 ohm speaker in your Jag, Philips. Okay, so first of all I've got a fair amount of debris to tidy up down there before I return everything. We can see a very large, by modern standards, inertia reel seatbelt mechanism. That's because it has the so-called explosive charge recoil system. So in an impact, it would pull the seatbelt back rather than just lock. Right, bang up to the minute at the time. This just covers some studs in the ground here, which might be connected with coupe. This was what I disconnected from the speaker. Here we can see the infamous hydraulic lines. Let's see what their brand is. Power Packer. Don't know if they're original. My sense is yes, but I don't know. And they can let go, but they do tend, if they're going to go in the catch mechanism above the interior mirror rather than around the cylinders. And this is one of the cylinders that is used to operate our hood. This membrane should be covering up this hole, but it isn't, which suggests it's been off at some stage. Let's just see if we can discover the whys and wherefores behind that. It's definitely been off. This sort of gummy seal is normal. This is original. So yeah, it's just kinked down there. It hasn't been fitted properly, or it's been refitted, as I suspect, badly. And here is what you could be forgiven for thinking is your hood mechanism, is actually your window winder mechanism for the rear quarter lights. So the rear triangles of glass are motorised, and that is a motor system that is used to lift them. Adjustments to the angle of the glass in, out, and in that orientation are possible, and they're achieved, I don't know if you can see through that hole, if we can get the light better for you, with bolts like that that have a lock-off nut and a Torx socket in the end. You undo the lock-off, turn the Torx and lock it up again in a new position, and you can move the glass forwards and backwards. One there that's rather easier to see, the sort of gold coloured one. So all manner of adjustments are possible at some stage. I must do a video on adjusting the rear windows. Day is not that day. Yeah, I've given that area a quick tidy up, nothing too razzmatazz. Join me next time when we go deeper still. If you just go to Amazon/shop/to the garage, and I'll put that link in the description below so that you can just click on it. It takes you to the garage area of Amazon that is categorized into hand tools, power tools, gadgets and gizmos, things specifically the XK8, etc. that I've bought from Amazon over the years, so that you can follow the same links and have a look, see how much those cost at the moment. Nice little feature. Thank you, Amazon. If you're enjoying our channel, then don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. And please give us a thumbs up.
or thumbs down, and you can share the videos. And below the video is always the area where you can comment and get involved with the chat.